In a bustling courtroom in downtown Atlanta, Officer Derek Thompson took the stand with a confident swagger. Known among his peers for his aggressive approach to policing, Thompson was testifying in a case accusing Marcus Ellis, a 29-year-old black man, of drug possession. Thompson was sure this case was a slam dunk. His evidence? A bag of narcotics supposedly seized from Marcus during a traffic stop the week prior. As he held up the bag for the jury to see, Thompson spoke with pride. These were recovered directly from the defendant's vehicle during the stop. This evidence is solid proof of guilt. The prosecution nodded, expecting a swift conviction. But Marcus's defense attorney, Elaine Park, had spent weeks digging deeper. When the prosecution rested, Elaine asked for a moment to examine the evidence presented. What she uncovered stunned the courtroom. The bag, marked with the police evidence tag, bore a serial number that, when cross-checked with the police department's database, didn't match any official seizure records. More importantly, the narcotics inside the bag had come from a known source of counterfeit evidence, a synthetic drug mix manufactured to mimic common narcotics but often used by criminals and corrupt officers to frame suspects. Elaine demanded the court allow her to bring in an independent forensic analyst. The judge agreed. The analyst's report confirmed the suspicions. The substances in the evidence bag did not match what the officer had described and were not logged correctly in the department's chain of custody system. The courtroom tension skyrocketed. Under intense questioning, Officer Thompson's confident facade cracked. "Officer, can you explain why the evidence tag number doesn't match the department records?" Elaine pressed. I'm not sure," Thompson stammered. "And why was the chain of custody broken? Who handled this evidence before it was presented here?" Thompson avoided eye contact, fumbling over his words. The defense highlighted a troubling pattern. Several cases Thompson had worked on recently involved questionable evidence handling, raising concerns about potential misconduct. Witnesses from the police evidence unit confirmed strict protocols, none of which had been followed in this instance. The jury, once ready to convict, now looked skeptical. Elaine argued passionately in closing that the evidence was unreliable and tainted by mishandling, if not outright fabrication. "This case is not about the defendant's guilt," she told the jury. "It's about the truth. And the truth here is that this evidence was not properly obtained or handled." The jury deliberated for several hours before returning a verdict of not guilty. Outside the courtroom, Marcus expressed relief and gratitude. "I knew the truth would come out," he said, "but it took someone willing to question what was presented and dig deeper." The case triggered an internal investigation into the evidence handling practices of Officer Thompson and his unit. Civil rights organizations called for reforms and greater transparency. "This is a wake-up call," said activist Jamal Rivers. "When evidence is compromised, justice is compromised. We need accountability." Officer Thompson was temporarily suspended pending the investigation. The court's handling of the case sent a strong message. Evidence must be beyond reproach, and no one is above scrutiny. Marcus's case became a landmark example of how vigilance and courage in the courtroom can expose deception and protect the innocent.